Thank you.
Our next speaker has retooled a previous speech and retitled it as well.
Thank you.
It is now called A Broken Heart and a Brand New Start. It's the story of how a devastating breakup became the launching pad for the rest of his life. So now, to spill his guts all over the stage, with your amusement, please welcome Toastmaster John Mazzanovich.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you. So yes, I'm going to talk about a breakup. How's that sound? Sound like fun? Yeah, not so much fun. Breakups are not fun, and this was a big one. I really thought we were going to get married, and when she broke up with me, it absolutely devastated me. It was still the worst time of my life. It was like somebody close to me had died. And when you're in that space, there's nothing anybody can say or do to help, because let's face it, there is no assuaging a broken heart. And this happened during the holidays. Has anybody gone through a breakup during the holidays? Oh, come on, it can't just be me. Makes it a little bit worse. Makes it a little bit worse. I remember going down the aisle of the grocery store and hearing all the Christmas music. And just for a moment, I understood why the suicide rate goes up during the holidays, because all that Christmas cheer just piling on top of your pain, it sucked. So what did I do? Well, go west, young man. Along with my friend David, I guess. So I packed up my little red Geo Prism and my cat and my guitar. That's all I need. And I moved to Flagstaff, Arizona, where I did not know anybody and nobody knew me. And this was really the first major decision I had made on my own behalf. And you know what I like to talk about. I like to talk about self-agency. And self-agency is that control that you have over the things you can control. This was a big decision. I also like to refer to self-agency as, being your own agent, representing yourself. See, the same guy here. You got the agent and the client. And so I was having these conversations with myself, like, hey, John, yeah, you don't seem like yourself. Are you doing all right? Yeah, I don't know. Since the breakup, I just kind of lost myself in that relationship, and I didn't pick up my guitar for 6 months while we were together. I mean, that's not me. I just kind of lost. I don't know what to do, who I want to be, where I want to go. Yeah, well, I understand. Well, why don't you move someplace where you don't know anybody, you kind of take a break from all your relationships and those expectations and judgments and validations, and go someplace you like, and you got kind of like a blank canvas to work on yourself. Yeah, okay, I guess so, sure. Yeah, and I'll be right there with you. I can learn more about you because, over time, I want to be able to give you better advice so I can figure you out a little bit. All right, let's do this. So I drove out to Flagstaff, and it wasn't long before I had another really watershed moment in my life during this Western escapade, where I was driving back home to my little trailer, and this guy in a truck passed me, and he flipped me off. I'm like, what did I do? Am I driving too slow? Do you not like my car? Do I have a bumper sticker that bothers you? I don't know. And I get back to the trailer, and I'm hanging out, and I'm just stewing over this. What is wrong with that guy? What did I do? And about 30 minutes later, my agent shows up again. He says, John, the last 30 minutes, you're not doing well. You're kind of stressing out over something. Yeah, this guy flipped me off. Yeah, well, do you know him? No. Well, why do you care? I don't know, it bothered me. Well, you don't really know that guy. You don't know what he's been through, and it's got nothing to do with you. I guess so, maybe you're right. And also, by the way, you just wasted 30 minutes of your life stressing over this. And in doing so, you gave control of your headspace to somebody else. And that's not a good habit to have. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And that moment really set my life on a different trajectory and my perspective on how I see the world and how I see myself and what I care about and where my priorities are. And I'm not suggesting that we don't care what anybody thinks, but we gotta have some priorities and some judgment, a little balance. I mean, if we really care about somebody, yeah, we should react accordingly. But there are a lot of things that we should just let go. Now, the first song I wrote when I moved to Flagstaff was a song called Touch, and it really hints at this balance that I'm talking about between caring about what others think about us and caring about what we think about us. So I'm going to play the chorus for you. Just call out to me once, and I will find the way. A million miles for your touch, a million times a day. Come on and touch me, embrace me, teach me to be free. Oh, thank you. So, teach me to be free. You know, when I wrote that line, I didn't really understand it. It seemed to fit there. And it was many years later where I realized that that's the balance that I'm seeking and that I think we should all seek, because we all tend to get very wrapped up in the anxiety of expectations of others and judgments of others. But we need to have that balance and not have our identity solely resting on that. We need to have an opinion of ourselves that counts too, and take responsibility for the decisions we make, no matter who gave us the advice. And so we live in a great country, and one of the great things about it is that we consider all men to be created equal and to pursue happiness to our own standard and what we want. And so what we're talking about here is taking the wheel. I took the wheel, literally, but also figuratively, and took control of my life. And we all can do this. And represent yourself, take care of yourself, and be well. Thank you, Toastmaster.